We're on the road with Mickey, we're gonna have some fun. Regardless of the rain or sun, our trip has just begun. So buckle up, let's go, we're about to start the show. And maybe if you like us, you'll see where else we'll go. Hi everybody, I'm Sophie, he's Mike, and she's Brenda, and welcome to On the Road with Mickey. If you're returning for another adventure with us, welcome back. We are so glad you have returned safely. And if this is your first episode with us and you're new here, welcome. It's so nice to meet you, and I'm going to show you the reins today. First up, we have our Cheddar from the Big Cheese, which is basically our Disney news snippets. And then after that, we have our feature topic, which is what we talk about for most of the episode. And then after that, we have our This Day in Disney History, brought to you by me. And after that is our game of Who's Who, and that is brought to you by Mike, my dad. Oh, fair warning, I'm almost never wrong when it comes to this game. I almost always win it. And then after that, Brenda will be giving us a quote from the big man himself, Walt Disney, and it's just going to be amazing. So buckle up, keep your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the car at all times. Make sure you're safe, fasten your seatbelts, all that good stuff. And we will see you on the road. It's time to get going. Let's go!
Well, it's time for Stump the Soph,
You
also known as
can
the Disney
try.
Who character. You're right, I can try, and most of the time I fail, and I expect to fail this time too.
Hmm.
But I have a great character,
All
Yay.
and
right.
it's one we have not used before ever.
I mean, have we ever used any of these more than once?
No. So one day we'll
Ah,
finish the
he
book
was
and then
trying to throw you.
but we've been doing this since January 6th, 2020. So
Yeah?
done a lot of characters.
Yeah.
Yeah. One
Um
day we'll finish this.
yeah. And then we'll do a new book.
That's
Um
right.
so this character views the world with childlike naivety and wonder.
Pinocchio?
No, you don't have to guess. I'm just giving you a moment to think.
All
This
right.
character remains optimistic even in the face of grave danger.
I don't think
This
Raya and the Last Dragon is in this book, is it?
No, it's not.
All right.
This character puts other people's needs before his own and is everyone's friend.
Hmm. Shoot.
This character is particularly fond of summer.
Oh.
Olaf! Oh my gosh!
Boy, that was a dead giveaway.
Oh my gosh.
That's funny.
Oh my goodness.
I've got 3 bits of Did You Know, which I think are really cool.
Hmm.
And it is Olaf, yes.
I'm I'm gonna say you won that one.
Okay. I won, Brenda. Yay!
It's a miracle.
All right. So that sets the stage for probably the absolute easiest Disney Who's Who character you're ever going to have. I was telling Mommy Sophie that I
Mm,
needed to start like pulling obscure characters out.
I don't know.
But
I seem to do better with the obscure ones.
I'm going to start with one clue, and I think you're going to get
Mm,
it based off of one clue.
all right.
And that one clue is, you ready?
Yeah.
Give Miss Brenda a chance to get it first,
Oh
okay?
no, don't even bother. She's gonna get
No.
it right away.
Nope.
Well,
You go first.
the one clue is squirrel.
I know.
Hmm. What is it, Sophie?
It is Doug, the golden retriever from Up.
High five, Sophie.
Squirrel. Oh.
Absolutely was. I'm like, I love Doug. Doug
Uh,
is our river, you know?
Yeah.
Doug is our river, Brenda.
yeah, that's
Our
sweet.
river is like, he is so funny when we take him on the walks.
Oh
He
yeah.
loves, he loves to, he'll see Peter Rabbit or Flopsy Bunny, because
And
we
his
name all the
ears.
animals, or
His
he'll
ears
see
will just
Twitchy,
raise up.
and he'll get into this mode, and he is like,
Oh my
oh my,
gosh.
like he is stalking, like
I
he's gonna
want it.
attack and kill this rabbit or whatever.
Oh no, that's
And we all know he
hilarious.
just wants to. He says he wants to play with it,
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
but
I
he
know
is
he
so,
wants to.
he's a golden and Doug's a golden. So there you go.
Yeah.
Cute. That is funny.
I love Doug. Doug is easily one of the most cutest and purest characters in Disney.
That's
Yeah,
true.
absolutely. I have two did you knows.
Yeah.
I think you know both of these.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Doug makes a cameo in Ratatouille.
Does
Oh,
he?
When Remy runs through an apartment building, Doug's shadow can be seen on the wall.
wow. I need to watch that
Wow.
again for so many
Yeah.
reasons.
I
You
actually
watch
did
it
not
before
know that.
October so we can then check it out in comparison to Remy's Ratatouille adventure.
You're
Mhm.
right.
And then the credits for Up show Doug with a mate and a giant litter of puppies.
Really?
Yep.
Oh.
So
I did not know
Cute.
either of those, Daddy.
Yay.
hey everyone, I'm Mike and she's Sophie.
And she's Brenda. Wait. She's not here, is she?
No, she phoned it in, didn't she?
Yeah, she did. Something about being sick of not being at Disney?
Yeah, something like that. Anyway, we knew she wasn't going to be here, but we had to get her in the show anyway. That's
Yeah.
Brenda. Hi everyone,
And this is Grogu.
and that's Grogu, and we are on the road with Mickey. For me, and I imagine for Sophie as well, and for Cindy, one of our biggest positives in 2021 was going to Walt Disney World for Easter and being able to take my mom. She hadn't been in so long. She hadn't been since I think 2006. So it's like 15
Oh,
years.
wow.
And we were
Wow.
able to take her. And that was about as memorable a trip as I think I can remember in recent time. What do you think, Soph?
I think it was a great trip. I really wish we could bring her back.
Well, maybe we can one day. We'll see. We got to check with her.
Yeah.
These Meemaws and Mimis and whatnot have incredibly busy schedules,
They
They
do.
do.
and it's
They
really
do.
hard to figure out exactly when we can be fitted into their calendars.
Yeah. Especially now that we live states away.
Yeah. All right. Well, Brenda,
Time for a
looking
little
at
Walt. Yep. Here we go with just a little bit of Walt. Courage is the main quality of leadership, in my opinion, no matter where it is exercised. Usually it implies some risk, especially in new undertakings. Courage to initiate something and to keep it going, pioneering an adventurous spirit to blaze new ways, often in our land of opportunity. Walt Disney the man.
Chrissy said, the Disney community ohana for myself and my family long before I became an angel for Billy's Closet of Magic to help others, helped me numerous times when we lived overseas due to the military in Guam and when we could not attend the parks. Friends and just complete strangers would send pictures and gifts to us. If we needed something, they'd find it, so that while we could not attend the parks we loved, we still could share this joy with our children to keep the wonder alive in those little eyes when they receive the magic. She says, now that I'm an angel, I get to smile and feel the joy of giving back to others that I was blessed with. We all know each other's favorite princess, hero, or villain characters, items we collect, and we can keep each other up to date on the newest items or surprise each other with them. The Ohana is a bond that reminds us there is still goodness in this world and magic is real.
That
If
is
you ever
awesome.
need a friend or you're having a bad day, our Ohana is always there to lend an ear of support or hand of support, and the best part is when we get together in person to share the magic together. The more, the merrier. That's what Chrissy said.
That
And
is
then
great.
Chris added, they have always been huge support for me and my family. They make me and Billy feel like we are home in this community and have started in the magic we share just by being amazing and welcoming, and can't think of any better way a family can be than the Disney community that Billy and I are part of with our angels and group. And then he adds, and this will touch all of us.
Yeah.
Now all I need is chocolate cake. That wraps us up for our featured topic today, and it is time to move on to this day in Disney history. You know,
Yay.
part of this day in Disney history, Walt's birthday,
Mm-hmm.
but
Well,
Sophie
not this
has
day, but
some
yesterday.
additional
Yep.
information.
So I'm gonna say both of these things because although Walt's birthday happened yesterday, it's very important to me and I would like to talk about it or
So,
read about it because the entry is very detailed and I love it. So then, on December 5th, 1901, it was a Sunday and Walter Elias Disney was born to Flora and Elias Disney in their two-story cottage at 1249 Tripp Avenue in a newly developed section of Chicago, Illinois. In 1909, the address of the house will be changed to 2156 North Tripp Avenue. The fourth Disney son is named to honor the family's pastor and friend Walter Parr, a preacher at St. Paul Congregational Church, located 1 block east and 1 block north of the Disney house. The pastor in turn will later name his son Elias after Walt's father. The Disney family will move to Missouri in April 1906, where Walt and his brothers and sister will grow up on a farm in Marceline, but the family will later return to Chicago in 1917. That is so deep.
Happy
It's
birthday, Walt.
yeah.
happy birthday, Walt.
And I love that they actually talked about where he got his name from.
I
That
like
just
that too.
adds to
Yeah.
I
it.
like that too.
And then more importantly, well, not more importantly, but more in tune with the day that it is, On December 6th, this is actually very interesting to me. I didn't know about this. It blew my mind. But 2 years later, on December 6th, Walt had just turned 2 years old when his little sister and his only sister, Ruth, was born. Her birthday was the day after Walt's, and that's why we were talking about two birthdays today. She's his only sister, and she was born in Chicago, Illinois, too. And it says here that as a young adult, she moved to Portland, Oregon, and married Theodore Beecher and had a son named Ted.
Okay. Well, it is time to move on to a little bit of Walt. This
Oh, a
is a
little bit of
little.
Walt.
This is a lot of bit of Walt Day is what we're
It is
calling
a
it.
lot of it of Walt Day, and I
Yeah.
wanted to have a quote that had something to do with the park because that's where we feel the magic is the
Yeah.
parks and the cruises and all the places that you go where the Disney community shares space with you.
Yeah.
So this quote is Disneyland is like Alice stepping through the looking glass. To step through the portals of Disneyland will be like entering another world.
You know, you are absolutely right. Walt
Yes.
was so right in that.
He was,
Um,
and it still is.
and Walt Disney World is like that also.
Yes.
One of my favorite posts on My Dreams of Disney was when I was writing. This was for the 40th anniversary. Um, my friend, um, my friend Dee Dee did a whole subject with a whole bunch of bloggers about what the park meant to you. And I was given the year 1978, which I was wrong. It was really 1979 was my first trip as well. But in my post, I talked about how, you drive up World Drive because my grandparents were driving us from Tampa. We drove up World Drive, and it's like the Florida is leaving behind when you're driving
Yes.
up because there wasn't anything else. It was a long road with nothing else for
Yes.
like 3 miles. And then you park. And then you get on the monorail, and you've got this futuristic train taking you around, and you see this
Yes.
castle in the distance, and it's like you've gone and you don't even know what Florida is anymore. You're not in Florida anymore.
That's right.
And then you get off and you go underneath the train tracks and you emerge on Main Street.
Yeah.
And it is
And you leave
entirely,
the
it is
world
so
behind.
much. You leave the world behind and you enter this new place. And that is what Disneyland is. And that is what Walt Disney World. You have gone through that looking glass, and you
Yeah.
have come out the other side, and you're in a new world, a new transformation. That to me was the absolute best part of the whole experience was poof. You've been magically transformed into a new world.
That's right. That's
And
that's
that's what it
exactly
was.
right. And to talk back about, when you mentioned Ken, our fellow writer at Chip and Co, who was, Ken was in his 60s when he started writing for Chip and Co, and he was well into his adulthood before he ever went to Disney for the very
Yeah.
first time.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the assignments we had was various questions we had to answer about, ourselves.
Yeah.
And Ken hit the nail on the head. It said your first impression when you entered a Disney park for the first time. And he said, "Oh my God, I finally found where I belong."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yep.
And I'll never forget, Sophie was we were at a church, Brenda. Sophie was doing a little dance competition, not a competition, but like a dance
Like a show.
recital kind
Uh-huh.
of thing. Um, learning more different moves about dance at this
Oh,
church.
okay.
And um Brenda calls me Sophie, and she's
Yeah.
like, Mike, Mike, I'm so worried because I can't catch up with Ken, and we were supposed to talk about something or other Disney,
Yeah, I had tried several days.
and we didn't know what was going on with him, and that's when we found out that he had passed away. You know, so it was a hard day, but and we wrote that post. I still pull that post up every now and again about thanks, Ken, about what all the writers, he meant something to every single one of those writers.
Yep.
It was so cool. Such a great man. And that's what the Disney community is.
Yep.
That's
Disney
exactly what the
friendships.
Disney community is. So anyway, that was a great post. That was a great podcast, guys. Thank you so
Yay.
much for joining me today.
Yay. So happy to honor Walt this way.
Yeah.
Thank you, Walt, for everything.
And all of our Disney friends.
Yes.
But it all started with Walt.
Yep.
So thank you, Walt. Thank you, all of the Disney community. And we are going to sign off. Thank you, Sophie, Brenda, Grogu, for joining me today.
Yay. Thank you, Mike, for all your inputs.
Thank
Awesome
you
to hear
for
about.
having us.
And next week, we have a celebration coming up.
Oh?
Next week, Brenda, Sophie, Grogu, next week is the 100th episode of On the Road with Mickey.
Yay!
I am so excited. I can't wait. We're going to celebrate. I don't know what we're going to talk about. I mean, probably just talk about some of our favorite moments. Who knows?
Yay!
I've got a video that I'm going to try and sprinkle in, and so you all can hear it. And it's a special song from our buddy Yeehaw Bob.
Oh,
And-
nice.
And I can't wait to share next week with you guys. So we hope you all have a great week. Have a great time. If you're at Disney, take lots of pictures for us.
We're jealous.
If you're not at Disney, just Google pictures all week,
Yeah.
No one needs work. Which is work.
Yeah. I don't need work. I'm busy learning
what?
French.
Here's what you do. Just pull up our YouTube. We started with episode 20. Pull up our YouTube and just play every single episode on YouTube.
Yeah.
And then
That'll
post
get
what
you
your
through the
favorites
week.
are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Sophie, Brenda, Grogu, and I, we will
See you
see you on the road. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Hey everyone, I'm Mike, also known as Tweedledum, and she's Sophie.
Also known as Cruella, darling. And she's Brenda.
Also known as Winch for a Day.
And we're on the road with Mickey.
Okay. You ready? Okay. So, from Billy, myself, the Angels, and Ohana Afika, this is to Mike, Sophie, and Brenda. Congratulations on your 100th podcast of On the Road with Mickey. Pretty awesome, I must say. Here's to the next 100 and more. Congratulations, guys.